What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Saturday. We get a nice 9-game slate here tonight. I got it broken down a few with my money six of my favorite plays on the board. So before we get going, slap a like in the video. It really helps me out. Greatly appreciate if you can do that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and get these NBA picks every single day. Help you out your research process and just kind of get what I'm thinking on every slate. So let's get into it though. First guy up is going to be Ben Simmons. Joel Embiid is questionable for this game. I guess he hurt himself. He rolled his ankle in practice. So that's not a good sign for him tonight. And if he does play, maybe he's still a little bit cautious about that ankle here. And Ben Simmons can have some ability to put up some more shots with that in mind. So really good spot for Simmons. He's been getting like a triple-double almost every single game when he's been playing his full complement of minutes. He got hurt in this game against Orlando, but a really good spot. I mean, the guy just fills it up. I think he can get over 50 DraftKings points in this game pretty easily if he plays, like I said, if it stays close and he plays all of his minutes. And also, Charlotte does like to go small ball a lot, which can definitely help out Simmons when he attacks the rim and also getting those rebounds. So I see 50-plus DraftKings points, maybe 60-plus, especially if Embiid is out. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. Then DeMar DeRozan here. I recommended him in the same spot the other night against the Lakers. The same thing goes. They play very questionable defense on the perimeter and just driving to the hoop. Their rim protection isn't great. JaVale McGee can get some blocks here and there, but still it is kind of lackluster. Their communication isn't there yet, and their defense it still needs some improvement. So I think DeMar DeRozan can have another very good game. I mean, even before OT, he didn't even do that much in OT. I think in regulation, he had like 30 points and like 13 assists and like 7 rebounds or something like that. He was going off, so I think he can go off again here in this game. For the most part, he's been very just active with the usage rate for the Spurs offense. This game was a blowout against the Pacers, so I got a little bit less minutes and wasn't that great. Probably Oladipo's defense didn't help in that matchup, but for the most part, the guy's been extremely good in these faster-paced games against Portland and LA. He got 48 and 66. So I think he can get us over 45 DraftKings points yet again here tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. Both teams are coming off rest. Like a good amount of these teams playing tonight are in a back-to-back, so that kind of factors into things as well. So then Trae Young here going against Chicago. They got the backup point guard in here again, Cameron Payne. He's an undersized guy, and Trae Young I think can take advantage of that matchup. Young is a little bit too crafty I think for Payne. And Payne just isn't that great of a point guard defensively. So I think Trae Young can have a better night here. He struggled a little bit with the shot against Dallas, but he ended up kind of mustering a solid start, even though he was dealing with foul trouble, even though he couldn't hit many shots. He still got 29 DraftKings points. So that kind of shows he has that huge upside if he's able just to find his stroke and stay at a foul trouble, which I think he can do in this game. And this game is projected to be one of the faster paced games of the night, one of the higher scoring games of the night. So I think he can give us around 40 DraftKings points, honestly, in this game here. Another team, Chicago, isn't that great defensively and not that great defensively against point guards. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. Lock him in there. And for my fourth guy, Jabari Parker in that same game, I like the atmosphere of this game. I think there's going to be a lot of points and not much defense. So I think Parker against Atlanta's down low presence, it's not very great. So Parker can drive to the hoop, get a few more rebounds. He was a little bit unlucky with his rebounding total yesterday, and also that game was a blowout. So Parker didn't play close to the 30 minutes I think he would have got if that game didn't turn into a blowout. And also he was heating up in the second half. I think he had 10 points in around maybe 10 to 13 minutes. He was shooting very well, getting some easy buckets for him. So I think he can continue that performance into tonight. He didn't get the start, but still, he's going to be coming off the bench and getting those starter minutes. So in this spot here, Atlanta's defense, especially in the bench, is not very good. So Parker can definitely do some damage and get us around 30-plus DraftKings points, 35-plus DraftKings points in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my fourth guy. Then Josh Jackson. This play, I like it a lot just for the sense that Devin Booker is going to be out for tonight. So I'm guessing Josh Jackson will insert himself into the lineup and try to fill that role of just very active on the offensive end and kind of having the ball in his hands, because he does have that ability to kind of be like a drive-in kick guy, similar to what Devin Booker does sometimes. He doesn't have the same stroke as Devin Booker, but he does have that upside. Like last year, I think when it might have been when Devin Booker was actually out, Josh Jackson was having insanely good games. He showed like 40-plus upside. So against Memphis here, a team that isn't great, I think Josh Jackson does have some tremendous upside of 5,100, especially if he's in that starting lineup. And even if he isn't, I think he would come off the bench and get starter minutes because they are not very strong at the shooting guard position besides Devin Booker. So 5,100, I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. I think he can get over 30 DraftKings points there. And for my value guy, Marco Belinelli here. The Lakers have been giving up a ton to bench players. We saw Monte Morris for the Nuggets go off. I can't really... Portland, Nick Stauskas went off opening night against them. So these like shooters off the bench have just been eating the Lakers alive. And Belinelli had a really good game against them. Shot 3 for 6 from 3, 22 DraftKings points. And I think he can do that again. Just get us over 20 to 25 DraftKings points. This would be a solid guy that gives us some little nice value. Not crazy upside because he doesn't get that many minutes. But I think it'll just be very efficient and effective in the minutes he gets. So even if he catches like extreme fire against his Lakers team, which is possible, maybe he'll get closer to 25 minutes in this game, and it should be one of the higher scoring games of the night. So Belinelli, just a nice little value at 4,100 to pay it for those other guys. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy. So not a crazy amount of money left over, but still, I think you got to pay for these guys, so I wanted to recommend them all. So Simmons, DeRozan, Parker, Trae Young, Josh Jackson, and Belinelli. So if you enjoyed the video, slap a like on it. I greatly appreciate that, and we'll see you back here again next time.